So with all the normal stages of Dreamweavers taken care of, it's time to confront Jacques. For a boss stage, this one is kinda difficult. The feeling overall is kinda weird, though. We need 500 gems and 2 dragons, which, for a boss stage, is kind of a tall order. Most of it doesn't actually have anything to do with the boss, either. It kind of feels more like a normal stage that just happens to have a boss in it. It is a fairly demanding stage, though. There's lots of precision glide jumping that you have to do here. You also have to deal with a lot of fool switches. Right from the start, you have a choice of paths to take. You can either go left or right. No matter which path you take, you will be doing at least some backtracking. The two paths meet in the back in a bit of a loop. It's possible to go either way, but I find it easier to go from right to left. Left to right requires extra fool switch shenanigans that I'd rather not have to deal with. We're gonna have to fight with those guys enough as is. Chasing them down, their constant prancing around and laughing like Daffy Duck. So, going down this way, we meet the boss, but we're not quite ready for that just yet. Same for that locked chest there, we don't have the key. So, we'll come back to that area. For now, let's go gathering treasure. Don't get me wrong, Jacques does have quite a bit of treasure on him personally. But, you know, not the full 500 gems worth. For that, we're really gonna have to go hunting. There's treasure all over the place. Oh, get back here. Once this platform is fully extended, we can get into this little cave, where we get 2 yellow gems and the key. Then we need to extend it again. This time we glide all the way over here. And this links back up with the other path we could have taken earlier. We need to clean this area up anyway. It's full of enemies and treasure. Take note of that rather tall switch platform over there. That'll come into play momentarily. First we need to activate this switch. That lowers the platform we just saw. It also lasts a bit longer than the other switches in this level. It gives us plenty of time to get over here. And once it lifts off, here's the extra height to glide to the dragon. We've rescued Unica.
Thank you for releasing me.
All of that, and that's all you have to say? Oh well. Fair enough. Going this way, it can be fairly easy to overlook this little side path over here. There's a good bit of treasure in here. My first practice run of this stage, I actually overlooked this area and wondered why I was missing quite a few gems toward the end. Activating that fool switch moves this platform out so that you can get to this whirlwind over here. I also just realized that there are mushrooms bouncing around in this stage, which means this is the one and only boss stage in the game that seems to have fodder animals. Now we need to glide all the way over there. A bit intimidating, that. But with that, we've cleared out all the side path treasure. So, now we need to actually go after the boss. Which means getting back to him. A tall order in and of itself. Especially here. This glide jump doesn't really have a lot of let to it. So, time to open up the treasure chest. There are gems to be had on this little stairway as well. You want to go down kind of slowly, but Spyro's momentum kind of conspires against you a bit. It's easy to overlook one of those gems. And we've rescued Revulo.
Any advice before this battle?
Advice? A wise dragon once told me, aim high in life, but watch out for flying boxes.
Huh?
It'll make sense momentarily. As soon as I can get the camera to cooperate. So it's time to deal with Jacques. He's kind of a disembodied Jack-in-the-Box, and he throws presents at you. But they're not presents you want to receive. You have to torch him every time he lands on one of his Jack-in-the-Box platforms. The first 2 hits are fairly easy overall. It's the last one that's a bit of a thing. You don't have a lot of room to dodge his boxes here. But there we go. Three more purple gems, and that should hopefully be it. "500 gems, 2 dragons. For a boss stage? Kind of a thing." Yeah, after a practice run, Treetops wasn't as bad as I remembered. After a practice run, Jacques was worse than I remembered. Here's hoping this one records right. But anyway, with that, we need to get to the last portal in this stage. A bit quicker to go this way. We have to go and deal with the flight stage. Thankfully, the flight stage here is a bit of a breather compared to both the last flight stage we had to do and to the last boss stage we had to do. I keep thinking that's the one that controls this one. So, after a quick refreshing pause, we take an Icy Flight. Back in a moment. Actually, I was interpreting those platforms incorrectly. It's not that each platform is controlled by a different fool. They're actually controlled by how many switches are active at one time. The second platform only lifts once they're both active. Anyway, Icy Flight. This one is somewhat straightforward, though you can be kind of fancy and combine 2 of the target sets. It makes things go a bit quicker. And that would be to take out both the lighthouses and the treasure chests at the same time. It can look a bit hectic, but it works out pretty well. With that, we have all the chests. And all the lighthouses. And we're right in front of the train tracks, so we know what that means. Next up we have barrels. Ignore the copters for now. Just deal with those barrels. Now we go after the copters. There's 5 in this area. Oh, missed that one. Now fly back through the green tunnel. And here, take out the last 3. And there we go, no problem. And 300 gems, all in one go. So with that, we've taken care of everything in Dreamweavers. We're moving along very nicely, 90% done, and only one hub area left. So, we'll tackle that next time. Until then, thank you very much for watching. I hope you're enjoying the series so far, and I shall see you again for the next video. Until then, fare thee well.